je voudrais vous parler de la santé mentale, ainsi que de la situation de la femme à cet égard. La prise de conscience grandissante de l'impact important de la santé mentale est un constat encourageant. Nous saluons également les efforts visant à briser le tabou qui entoure les affections mentales. Tout récemment, lors d'une réunion des plus hauts responsables de l'ONU, la santé mentale a été décrite comme un des aspects les plus négligés de la santé globale, alors qu'elle est cruciale pour la réalisation de l'agenda 2030. Selon l'OMS, 10% des maladies ont trait à des affections d'ordre mental, neurologique ou liées à une dépendance toxique. C'est un phénomène qui se manifeste partout dans le monde. Plus de 650 millions de personnes sont considérées comme étant affectées par des maladies mentales telles que la dépression, le burn-out ou d'autres troubles psychiques. Sans oublier les traumatismes psychiques liés à des conflits armés et qui peuvent perdurer longtemps après la fin du conflit. La santé mentale est une condition essentielle du développement. Elle est cruciale pour le bien-être global et indispensable à la réalisation de plusieurs autres objectifs de développement, notamment la lutte contre la pauvreté, l'accès à un enseignement de qualité, la réduction des inégalités, l'assurance d'un travail décent et la poursuite de la croissance économique. La lutte pour l'égalité des chances entre l'homme et la femme et pour la protection des personnes vulnérables mérite d'être poursuivie et intensifiée.
Europa se construyó sobre valores como la libertad y la solidaridad, y esa es una de las razones por las que estamos hoy aquí. That's why European Union is the main donor of ODA. Because Europe plays an essential role in the social policies that lead the way to cooperation. As the UN and European Commission affirm, a cross-cutting equality approach is the backbone in the development of the capacities that every human being deserves: education opportunities, access to health services and quality nutrition, and to move freely and safely. Fighting the combination of poverty and gender inequality demands a balance between both the public and private spheres in our life, between the political and economic, and then family and beliefs. Just two more ideas I would like to share with you as food for thought. Integral health, in the words of WHO, precedes development. Is in the fact the very source of development. The amount of figures in health development and women is endless. As an example, I just speak this from the recent WHO reports. El 40% de la población del mundo no tiene acceso a electricidad o a combustibles limpios. Esto significa 4 millones de muertes al año, la mayoría de mujeres y de niños. When talking about development cooperation, a joint endeavour and committed action by all social, economic and political actors is certainly the most appropriate and valuable way to reach the objectives set by the UE Gender Action Plan in line with the SDGs, and ultimately a good way to provide every human being with the means to find the best possible conditions for her or his full development and, of course, for happiness. Thank you very much.
An effective strategy from my own country is the implementation of access to free childcare centres. This has contributed to a 6% increase of female participation in the Maltese workforce over 5 years. I am convinced that a key area for further progress must be to address the huge gaps in occupational activities, which often emanate from imbalances in the education and employment opportunities and the policy strategies of our countries. According to the most recent indicators from Eurostat, a significant contributor to the gender pay gap in all countries of the European Union is the fact that women are being pushed into entering relatively low-paid sectors. Europe is making considerable strides forward in terms of legislation and policy. However, we are not keeping up the same pace to achieve the much-needed mental and cultural leap to overcome prejudice, patriarchal oppressions, discrimination, and socially sanctioned abuses of privilege. Such discrimination does not only exist in the spheres of economic participation and employment. If women and girls do not feel safe, protected, and respected, then their place within our economies will never truly reflect their potential. For this reason, I am truly pleased that the European Union and the United Nations have come together in a powerful synergy to focus on the issue of ending violence on women and girls. This is being done through the Spotlight Initiative. We cannot achieve the full participation of women in the economic life of our countries, while women and girls are still subject to unacceptable threats to their safety and well-being. 1 in 3 women in the European Union has been a victim of physical and/or sexual violence since the age of 15. 1 in 20 women in Europe have been the victims of rape. 55% of women have been victims of sexual harassment. 1 in 3 women has experienced abuse by a partner. This data from the European Commission is evidence of the need to support projects such as the Spotlight Initiative and the recently established European Observatory on Femicide, which is a collaboration between 8 countries, including Israel, and which is located at the University of Malta. These projects represent an essential investment in our aspirations to end all forms of violence and discrimination against women. I would like to encourage our European authorities to extend their spotlight to this vital work and support the expansion of the European Observatory on Femicide across the European Union. In this context, it is of utmost importance that the Council of the European Union continues to push for the implementation of the Istanbul Convention in order to more effectively address our concerns. On concluding, let us continue working together to build a world in which the dignity and identity of every woman and girl is not only safeguarded, but most importantly, celebrated. We all have the responsibility to act now. Let us work together to continue empowering women and girls to effectively address the underlying challenges which are causing a widening gender pay gap and to end all forms of gender-based violence. Equality is not about destroying or distorting the differences between women and men. Equality is about embracing diverse people of all genders and creating a context in which each and every person can pursue their legitimate aspirations and be respected in the fullness of their human dignity.